And we're back, and we have our answer. We're going to take Gemini to the moon because I think it's the only way we're going to beat the Soviets there. Now, there are actually two lunar modules you can purchase. The Eagle module, which is the historical lunar module, is for use for Apollo and for the three-man mini shuttles. And it seats two people. It costs less to purchase, it costs less to buy, it costs less to R&D because it's the historical option. We also have, just in case you want to take Gemini to the moon, which is what I'm going to do, the Cricket module, which is basically a one-person craft. Basically, they EVA over and sit themselves on the outside of this and take this thing all the way down. You know, land on the moon, plant the flag, get some samples, and go straight back up. And you can see it costs more to R&D, it costs one more unit. But it's the only way that you can go to the moon with Gemini. You can't use two-man lunar modules with two-man capsules. So if I'm going to the moon with Gemini, which is what I'm going to do because, frankly, with the Soviets already being a three-man in space, a three-man capsule, this is, I think, the only way I'm going to be able to get there in a halfway decent time. I'm going to need to get started in the lunar program now. So we're going to purchase the Cricket for 42. Now this will seriously dampen what we can do in the fall because we'll have to set aside another 20 for research for the Cricket. So we'll purchase it here. We only start 10%. You do that for both lunar modules, only start 10%. We'll research for 20 because we've got the +1 research bonus. Better do it now than possibly lose it next turn. 23% is actually pretty good for Cricket. So what we'll do then is, since we're doing an unmanned orbital docking, and since we've already had one successful, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to take a chance and do one launch in the fall, and we're going to throw the whole shebang. Duration. Now I'm breaking my own rule here. I'm breaking my own rule by scheduling mission with an EVA and duration step after a docking. But I need to start taking risks if I'm going to get ahead. I need that duration D because that's the duration of a lunar landing mission and of the lunar orbital mission. And I'm betting on a successful docking test to get us up to 70% safety factor on the docking. So we'll do manned orbital docking orbit EVA duration with Gemini. And okay, Young Cooper primary, McDivitt, no. Stafford Shepard backup. It's the only mission we're going to fly in the fall because we're going to need the money. We're only down at 35. In fact, what we'll have to do is we can't even afford to research Cricket full if we get to get that mission going. So we've got 3 missions scheduled. We'll have a whole bunch of new astronauts next season, so we can afford to have a couple of crew break up because of retirement. So yeah, let's go. Do this real quick. Real flyby. This is like the 4th or 5th I've done. So I'll just skip through that. And then the Venus flyby. We had this fail once. And also some of these videos on the American side will also sort of, because you can't exactly take good pictures of probes flying through space when they don't have cameras on them. Great, lovely. 1%. Random number generator strikes again. Okay. Now the other reason I'm doing this unmanned is you have a better chance of blowing up the rocket now because you have the reduced safety factor because of the boosters. But a successful launch step will increase both the rocket and the boosters by 1% R&D. Well, sorry, 1% safety up to the max safety. So it's better to have, one, this is the best way to cut down on booster problems in the future, and two, if something does happen, we only blow up the pad, we don't kill anyone. Like that. I was kind of expecting that. Yep. See, this is a bug in the game. I don't know why it is, but when you have a booster, when you have a launch failure, a step failure on launch when you're using the booster, it shows up, you know, you can see here, Titan check 98 versus 94. The display is wrong because it's using Titan alone, only Titan's safety factor versus the roll. But the actual step failure is correct. The roll of a 94 is a failure against my 83% boosted Titan versus launch. Unfortunately, it blew up the launch pad. Now, it's not so bad because we didn't have any missions scheduled to run that pad next season anyway. But we're going to have to pay 20 MBs to fix that, which means we either fix the pad or we research Cricket. And in either case, we can either fix the pad and research Cricket at 16 and not fly, or we can fix the pad and not fly anyway, or we can do Cricket for 16 and then fly the mission and not repair the launch pad. Of course, the other problem here is, since we didn't even get to space, we're going to have to downgrade our mission because now we don't have a docking module in orbit. And now, okay, this has made my decision for me, I think.
Good evening. Developments in the news today.
I think, maybe... Okay, let's go ahead and schedule the mission. Yeah, it will cost 20 MBs to repair. So we'll assemble this. Yeah, we don't have a docking module in orbit, so we will have to downgrade to get rid of the docking step. That's a -3 prestige, so we may get negative we'll probably get negative prestige anyway, because for some reason the duration D only has a prestige value of 1. I don't know whether this is intentional, I don't know whether this is a bug, an oversight, but it doesn't seem right that the duration D only gives you a prestige of 1. When other durations get you more prestige than that. So we'll just go for the prestige, and we will research Cricket for what's left for 16. We'll have to do the pad next time. To fix the pad next time. What do we even have left? Lovell's gonna retire, Shepard's gonna retire. Yeah, this is not good. Oh, I'll cut the video and do new crew assignments and launch the mission, but I do like the fact how you actually have, you know, these little mission patches, you know, for missions that show up in the launch facility and show up in the astronaut things. I like the fact that they tell you which crew is in which space, so you can actually see them. You can't go back to the thing from there, but you can actually see that. Yeah, okay. And you can't check compatibility from here, but it does show you morale and people who are retiring. So I'll cut the video here. We'll come back. We'll do all these new Group 3 people. We'll get them all into crews in Gemini. We'll get this mission. We'll get our future mission set up. We'll get this launch going. And then I think I'll probably call it a session. So back in a sec.